Hey everybody, this is Russ from Rose with Metalholic Magazine and Access.com. And with us today, Rick Zeiler of Coldcock, American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, Rusty.
Absolutely. It's an honor to get a chance to talk with you. I have not had a chance yet to imbibe of your wonderful product, but I've heard great things, so I'm looking forward to it.
Well, you just need, first of all, you're speaking to the right guy, and secondly, you just got to shoot me over your address, and we'll take care of that right away.
Well, that sounds phenomenal, and of course, you guys are going to be having it at all the Rockstar Mayhem Festival dates, aren't you, or just some of them?
Oh yeah, no, it'll be at all of them. So we're really looking forward to Mayhem. You know, we're lucky to be a part of it. Those guys are great to us. John Reese and Kevin Lyman, fantastic guys. You know, we're a new brand. We've only been out on the market now for about 9 months, and it's a very unique tasting product. So we're hoping everybody enjoys it.
Right. Well, and that's some of the stuff I want to talk about. So first off, our thanks not only for making some seriously bodacious whiskey, but also for supporting live music, and of course our armed forces and their families. You guys have been a big part of that.
Absolutely. Did you just use the word bodacious? I'm liking that. You're bringing it back. I love it. For us, I think, obviously, I don't know how much you know about my background, but I worked as the marketing director for Jägermeister for about 14 years, and I put together all the Jägermeister tours. So a lot of those contacts that I had, Kerry King from Slayer and Dave Draymond from Disturbed and Asking Alexandria, the list goes on and on. Slightly Stupid, Pepper, a lot of them got together and helped us form and fund this company. And we're just in the process of building it right now. And, you know, being on Mayhem is a huge deal, and obviously supporting our freedom and our troops is a huge priority to us as well. So Eleni Reese, John's wife, helped create that program, the Medal of Honor program, and we're going to be a big part of that and support that with branded guitars as well as some other prizes. So it should be a lot of fun this summer. We're looking forward to hanging out with that Avenged Sevenfold and Korn and the whole bunch.
Right, and that's you're talking about the iHome Medal of Honor project, and you guys are sponsoring the Hometown Hero contest.
That's correct, yes.
Right, and giving away a Schecter guitar and some other things like that so the fans can get involved in all of that and support a fantastic cause, obviously. So
yes. And by the way, we gotta definitely thank the guys from Schecter, because they first of all make some really kick-ass guitars, and secondly, they're just great people over there. They've been very supportive from day one of Coldcock Whiskey, and it's cool to be able to go out and represent them on the Mayhem Festival as well.
Now, as you mentioned, Coldcock is relatively new to the scene, the new kids on the block, if you will. Tell us a little bit about how the brand came about and what sets it apart from its contemporaries, because you got a lot of stuff in there that other people don't.
Yeah, we do. One of the cool things, well, there's a few cool things about it, but first and foremost are the people involved. I kind of mentioned a few earlier, but you know, it's just great when you get together, you know, guys from CAA and a bunch of agents and managers and musicians themselves, and obviously getting a lot of local and regional bands involved to help us spread the word for the brand. But in terms of the product itself, we basically took a 3-year aged bourbon and infused hibiscus and eucalyptus, a whole bunch of goodness in there with some detoxifying herbs, and created a very unique taste profile that is basically bourbon going down, and then the aftertaste is that of a tea rather than a burn of a whiskey. So we've got something very special inside the bottle, and then outside we came up with a very aggressive-looking package. Comes in a flat black package, and then the name's kind of unique in itself. I was a couple of years ago, I was at the House of Blues in Anaheim, and I accidentally spilled my shot of Jaeger on this guy's girlfriend, and he waited until we got outside and put his hand out to shake my hand, and then as I was putting my hand out, he punched me right in the face, and we got into a huge brawl, and luckily my cousin was there with the skateboard and cracked the guy over the head, and we basically kicked his ass and had a lot of fun. And I just thought, man, Coldcock would be the perfect name for a whiskey. And so we basically developed the name back about 4 or 5 years ago, and so it was always in the hopper.
Right, and then of course you got the slogan, "Take your shot."
Yeah, and that basically revolves around people pursuing their passion. You know, we're passionate people. Hopefully you can tell by the tone in my voice. We love what we do. And, you know, if you're a musician, or if you like to ride motorcycles or drive trucks or skate or surf or whatever you like to do, we like to see people pursuing their passion. And it kind of has the double meaning, and obviously it just fit for our brand.
Absolutely, and of course with that nice black bottle with the fist coming around and everything, it's all a great package. Then somebody was telling me that Coldcock is sort of hailed as a hangover-free whiskey. How so?
Brother, you said it. I didn't. I'll tell you one thing. It's about half the sugar of Fireball. So one thing that's kind of unique about the product is it's it's naturally flavored, so we didn't have to go and throw a bunch of sugar in it. So I don't know if you've ever had a Jaeger or a Fireball hangover, but they're no fun. And usually that's a result of putting too much sugar in a product. You can almost have a hangover from drinking a Monster energy drink if you have too many of them. So, you know, for us, we wanted to develop a product that wasn't over sugared, and consumers don't have to sacrifice taste for it. They're still getting all of the taste without all of the sugar. But it's not hangover free.
Well, as long as you don't imbibe too much, it should be hangover free. Let's hope.
Yeah. Tell that to me again, maybe another day.
So now, so far, Coldcock is only available in about 15 states or so. When can the rest of us get our lips on this?
Well, it depends where you are. I mean, I know you're up. I think you're up in Idaho, and we're expanding rapidly. We just got into Kentucky, Florida, New Mexico, Georgia, South Carolina, California, Arizona, Nevada, Illinois, Wisconsin, New York, New Jersey. So we're covering a lot of the United States right now, and we're rapidly growing. And it's fun, you know, just being a new kind of startup company. It's nice to be able to call distributors and be able to share the excitement with them and have them recognize what we're doing and appreciate it. So nothing's easy in this world. Nothing is easy, and it's cool to be able to have so much help, because we've got local bands out there helping us. And I kind of wanted to, if you don't mind, just quickly touch on what we're doing with the local bands and regional bands. We're offering an opportunity for them to gain ownership in the brand. So if they go out there and move the needle for us, we've set up a program where 15% of the profits of Coldcock whiskey go to this fund that's shared by a bunch of bands. And if, you know, our brand does what we think it will, those bands will have something to fall back on. God forbid their music career doesn't last as long as Slayer's.
So how do these bands get involved in that? What would they have to do to be a part of that?
Well, they just have to go on to coldcockwhiskey.com and sign up with us, or basically just send us pictures of themselves drinking and promoting the brand. And, you know, we recognize what they're doing. Now, luckily, with technology today, with all the social media outlets, we get to see instantly who's doing what, where. And, you know, if we see bands getting placements for us in bars and clubs, you know, it's just that's the type of growth we're seeing, and it's organic. It's coming from we feel like it's coming from the streets, and it's different, because most bars are used to being sold products to a suit, where our products are being sold to them from guys who have shows on, you know, Wednesdays and Thursday nights.
Right. So, and that'll be a great thing, especially with Mayhem, because a lot of these bands and stuff, the members are going to be going out there, they're going to be tasting this stuff, they're going to be part of this whole Mayhem thing, they're going to take that back to where they're at. And of course, you know, all this great press you're going to be getting, we're going to be spreading the word for you ourselves. So now, you guys have been intrinsically tied to music, and in metal in particular, since your inception. As you mentioned, you got some high-profile investors. So it's obviously music sponsorship is the natural connection. There's not much bigger than Rockstar Energy Mayhem Festival. And you guys have decided to sponsor your own stage this year. That is just phenomenal.
Yeah, first of all, again, I said nothing comes easy, but I'll tell you what, when you have friends in high places, it certainly helps. And, with John Reese, who's been one of my best friends and mentors for a few years now, and then you bring Kevin Lyman from the Warped Tour into the mix, and all of their partners have done so much to be able to help us out, and they're invested in the brand. So this is a situation where you've got guys at the top who have successful properties and represent successful bands and brands, and they're all out there helping kind of the newcomer, the company that's just coming up. And we feel very, very lucky to be a part of Mayhem, and the Rockstar guys have even been very cool to us. So it's fun just being able to share that excitement with the consumers as well as with the bands, and hopefully this summer, I think we'll hopefully gain a few new followers of Coldcock whiskey in the process. But we're trying to enjoy the ride every minute, and so far so good.
Absolutely. And of course, if you didn't have a great product, you wouldn't be they wouldn't be a part of this with you anyway. Obviously, the product's got to be there first. But now, you guys on this tour, my understanding is in certain cities, you guys are going to have some of the touring artists, including like Asking Alexandria, Mushroom Head, stuff like that, are going to be playing sort of Coldcock bartenders.
Yeah, that's what's really cool about this summer is that, we've got El Nino, we've got Texas Hippie Coalition, Asking Alexandria. There's about 8 bands on this festival who will be introducing Coldcock whiskey to consumers through this guest bartending program that we have going on. So it's just a cool way. I think back when I was 21 and I was going to shows here in Southern California, and there was never a point where any band was ever going to serve me a shot. And I just thought, man, how cool would it be to have your favorite band guest bartending for a half an hour or hour and being able to pour some shots for everybody. So it's just it's another feather in the cap of Mayhem, and I think it's going to be a really cool program that we're setting up this summer, so we're excited about it.
Absolutely. Now, you guys have also, before Mayhem, you've also sponsored other tours, including Asking Alexandria. Just announced yesterday, Eyes Set to Kill, Masks Tour. You're going to be sponsoring that.
I had Eyes Set to Kill's manager in my office about an hour ago, a guy by the name of Dan Vega. Love him. So, yeah, we're totally in support of both of those bands. Sorry to cut you off, by the way.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, what else can we look forward to in 2014 besides, Eyes Set to Kill, Mayhem, and, of course, getting Coldcock to more cities? What else is up your sleeve for the remainder of this year?
I'm glad you asked. We're doing a huge promotion with the Buffalo Chip up at Sturgis, South Dakota. That's coming up here, whatever the week Sturgis Week is. So we're going to be out there throwing a huge to-do, and then we're going to be a part of one of our athletes, a guy by the name of Cam Zink, is doing a backflip off of a 100-foot backflip up in Mammoth Lakes, California. So we're excited to be a part of that. That'll be on ESPN, and then we're going to be sponsoring a whole bunch of athletes as well as concerts all throughout the summer. We work with over 100 bands around the country. So what's cool is, they can call us up, and I think when it comes to a band promoting, there's really no downside. When it comes to drinking and promoting our product, I've often thought about this, like, where's the downside for a band to promote Coldcock whiskey? They get, in many cases, they get free drinks, free swag, hopefully get to tie in with the guys from Mayhem and CAA and get to rub elbows with a whole bunch of really cool people. So anyhow, we're excited about all the events that we have this summer as well as the fall. We're not stopping.
Are you actually going to go out on the tour on these dates, or you leaving that up to other people to do?
Well, shoot, it's funny you say that, man. I spent when I was the director of marketing for Jägermeister, I went on all of the tours, and I think I lost about 15% of my hearing at the Slayer shows So I try and I'm 41 now, so I try and leave the touring to the younger guys. But I still I'll go to about 3 or 4 of the shows. So I'll definitely hit the show out in San Bernardino, and I think we're gonna go to the show in Phoenix. What's really cool is have you heard of Ink Magazine? Ink Magazine is going to do a feature piece on us, which I think is pretty cool for, being a small company. It's kind of cool that this major magazine has agreed to do a feature on us. So we're excited about that. And, just going to try and hit as many of those Mayhem shows as I can. But, hopefully I won't lose any more of my hearing.
I'm with you. I can feel you on that one. So last question, just for fun. If you got to serve a shot of Coldcock to anybody, your choice, who would it be? Who would you love to serve a shot to?
Well, I think I've already done it, man. My boy, Lil Jon. That guy he's the most fun guy to party with ever. And I've gotten to do shots with him, shots of Coldcock. It's so funny because, his persona is that of, maybe somebody who doesn't pay it close attention, and hanging out with him has been a blast. He's a real fun guy to be around, and we love him just out there promoting us as well. So, and then obviously, I would really love to do a shot with Lars Ulrich as well from Metallica.
Nice.
They're my favorite band. But hey, let's face it, I get to do shots with Kerry King from Slayer. He owns our company. Doesn't get any better than that. It's Kerry King.
Absolutely. Rick Zeiler of Coldcock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. Man, thanks so much for taking the time. I look forward to taking a good shot of the product when you guys are here in town for our show, and hopefully somewhere down the road I'll get a chance to meet you face to face.
I look forward to it. Please shoot me your address, and let's stay in touch. Thanks again for the time.
Absolutely. Take care, brother.